If we look at the proper definition for demonstrative adjectives, they are special adjectives that describe the position of something or someone in space or time. It sounds a bit complicated like that, but when you think about it, if you take the term demonstrative, to demonstrate is to show. So demonstrative adjectives show the position of something or someone in space or time. If we look at the English, all it is this and these, or that and those, with the difference that this and these is referring to something a bit closer to me, and that and those something a bit further from me. One last thing to remember is that in French, adjectives agree with the noun that they describe. So masculine, feminine, singular, plural. So how does it work in French? First of all, we do not make the distinction between this and that, or these and those. For singular words that are masculine, we're going to say ce. For example, un manteau is a coat, so to say this coat or that coat, we're going to say ce manteau. Be careful, because if the word that follows starts with a vowel or an H, the ce is going to turn into cet, because it's easier to pronounce. So, for example, un enfant will not be ce enfant, it's going to be cet enfant. In the feminine, we've got cet, which is pronounced exactly the same as cet, C-E-T. For example, une robe is feminine, so cette robe is going to be this or that dress. And for the plural, we've got ces. For example, les enfants becomes ces enfants. That's a plural masculine word, but for feminine words in the plural, it works exactly the same. There's no distinction. Des robes will become ces robes. As I said, we do not make the difference between this and that and these and those when using demonstrative adjectives. But if you wanted to be more specific, you can do the following. You can add si after a word or la after a word. Si being the equivalent of this or these, and la being the equivalent of that and those. For example, ce pull-ci, this jumper. Cette jupe-là, that skirt. Ces pulls-ci, these jumpers. And in the feminine, plural, ces robes-là, those dresses. Let's practice. Your task is to replace the article in the French sentences with the correct demonstrative adjective so that it matches the translation in English. So let's do number one together. We've got la maison est grande, the house is big. I need you to translate this or that house is big. So la maison is obviously feminine, so this house or that house is big is going to be cette maison est grande. Numéro 2, l'appartement est petit. This or that apartment is small is going to be cet appartement, because of course appartement starts with an A, which is a vowel. In fact, if you're trying to say ce appartement, it's slightly more difficult to pronounce than cet appartement. Numéro 3, les fleurs sont belles. These or those flowers are beautiful. Ces fleurs sont belles. La décision est bonne. This or that decision is good. Cette décision est bonne. L'homme nous regarde. Be careful. Homme starts with an H. Cet homme nous regarde. And finally, numéro 6, les gens sont amicaux. We want these or those people are friendly. Ces gens sont amicaux. For the second part of this task, we're going to try to be a bit more specific by using si or la, and we're going to try to match the English translation. Numéro 1, cette maison, and we want that house is big, cette maison là est grande. Numéro 2, cet appartement ci est petit, this apartment. Numéro 3, ces fleurs ci sont belles. Numéro 4, cette décision là est bonne. Numéro 5, cet homme ci nous regarde. Et numéro 6, ces gens là sont amicaux. I have used phonics in this lesson, so if you want to find out a bit more, you can watch this lesson and download the summary sheet from my website.